Welcome to Destination Divergence, episode 199. Hoping to end on 200, but we'll see how things go here. I honestly have no idea how long the next combat ahead of you will take. We'll see. Maybe it'll be snappy. Maybe you guys will just do a more billion damage to it and it will just fucking pass away in an instant. But that's
It
yet to
can
be
happen.
seen.
And we'll
Yeah,
all go out for milkshakes.
it can happen. Um,
Milkshakes?
Milkshakes, yeah.
Borderlands reference.
I have a bit of errata for last episode because I totally fucking forgot something. I have a lot of notes for this finale and not enough eyes to look at that and Foundry at the same time. So my slight little thing there is you had a bit of time after stabilizing the plane, or beginning to stabilize the plane at least, and before the traveler showed up, right? During that time, Drost should have experienced something, but I'll get to that. Let's go through the recap real quick, and I'll just insert what Drost should have felt into the recap. So last time on Destination Divergence, y'all made it to the center of the plane, finally. The great Panopticon Solar that was with you helped tear open a hole in the barrier of just this giant swarm of Quarry that was protecting the core with their bodies. And while he held this crack open, you were able to fly through and found a sort of inverted version of the plane, another sea in the sky up above. And when you got close to an island up there, you flipped over and were able to land on it as if there were gravity pointing that direction. On this island was a lot of very plain white sand and these trees that were completely colorless and gray, and everything here was grayscale except for the color of blood dripping from these trees. It looks like they almost have, like they drink blood up rather than water or something. And so there's this tinge of red coming out through the bark and occasionally dripping from some of their branches. And the party saw some pretty dreadful sights there. A lot of things that made a lot of you very emotional, and some were very sad. Some of them drove you to a bit of determination. They're all very powerful emotions, and you could tell that whatever was here, whatever's in the core of this plane, was really trying to hurt you. It was trying to hurt you personally. It knew you. It knew things it shouldn't know about you. You're not sure how it knew those things, and yet it did. Your emotions were laid bare there in front of you. But you pushed through this forest and into a clearing where there was a pool of shadowy liquid in the middle of this clearing. A figure made of pretty much the same shadowy substance, but very tall and lanky and thin and very inhuman looking. A figure stood above this pool, sort of gently floating and rotating, made of a substance so dark you could not make out any details on this figure. You could only see their vague shape, this smoke forever gently wafting off their body, not belching up into the sky, but more like little bits of candle smoke just passing from them in different places. They spoke to you all as the children of Eberron, and they said that they would engage you as a child of Kyber. And so you went into combat. They pulled up a robe out of the liquid, summoned these great cataclysmic balls of anti-magic field down around them, and fortunately you managed to pull them out of this field and managed to actually harm them, because they seem to be immune to basically all damage while within these fields, but they're very much not immune to grapple checks. Their one critical weakness, which you managed to discover. And with their one main defense taken away, you were able to slay them in I think just like 2 rounds after that. It was pretty fast. You did a lot of damage very quickly. And they faded away after that, leaving you alone in this clearing in the woods, in this dark gray surrounding. And so you spent some time to heal up to make sure everyone was ready, because this certainly wasn't the end. And then you finally, once you were all prepared, stabilized the plane. Once the anchor locked into place and the plane began to stabilize, you saw the plane from the far distance starting to cave in towards you, much like the dreams you've seen previously that you've been in, that much more rapidly would collapse in around you, almost instantly for some of the shorter dreams, where this gray, almost fog would roll in from all sides towards the middle where you're standing, and just once it overwhelmed you, you were you'd be outside the dream. The dreamer would have woken up. There would be no more dream for you to exist in. This appears to be happening much slower. This dream is very large. It's been around for a long time, and so it's taking a while. But as it got close and the fog got pretty much up to this clearing you're standing in, time had stopped. Now, during this time where the fog was rolling in, Drost, you could feel something. You felt a little bit of it earlier when you activated your Giant's Might after diving into the core of this plane. That something was different here. It was as if there was more power behind your Giant's Might than you were used to. And you almost lost control of it with this unexpected power. You used to tapping into this power, growing in size. It's almost like you went to tap into this power and it just became a geyser of power, and you struggled to contain it. But you managed, and now you can feel that power growing more and more. You're aware of it. As this dream is collapsing more and more, your Giant's Might is growing stronger. And you feel like you can now increase your size even further, and you're not sure what the upper limit is.
Oh. That's crazy.
It also no longer has a limited number of uses.
The limit does not exist.
Yeah.
You can feel the ancient might of the dragons that is the magic that originally did this whole separation of the planes that you've been here to fix this whole time. Finally being reconnected. This giant magic that has been forcing itself to hold Dalcor at bay for 40,000 years no longer has a purpose and is now your power to command.
Oh, shit.
Similarly, Carrick, you feel something as well. Although it's less of a feeling of power growing within you and more of a feeling of things are starting to make sense. These planar theories you've had of what would happen when the final planes locked into place, when Dalcor finally connected to the rest of the planes, when it finally locked into its correct orbit once again, no longer separated away from everything else. And you can feel a connection to these planes, like a true understanding of the nature of these planes. Like you couldn't before. Like everything just makes sense suddenly, and this information sort of floods into your mind as these planes finally line up into the final proper orbit, completing this ancient ritual you've been following that's been part of the Draconic prophecy. And you're not sure exactly what form that takes yet, but you feel like, for some reason, these planes that have been these distant worlds, these arcane, unknowable things that you've been tapping into, finding power within, traveling to, all of these things. They're no longer things. They feel like minds. They feel like beings. You feel a stirring in the planes, as if they are all waking up. And that, as these feelings are growing and you're starting to parse all of this for both Drost and Karek, trying to figure out what's going on with all that. Let's see, what else happens there? I think that's right when time would stop. Yes, finally. And that is when the Traveler would step out and say, like last time, there's something you should know. So, I will cut the intro music because we're back into things. You're standing around this pool of shadow. The fog is only a few feet into the trees around you. It has almost reached you when the Traveler stopped time here, and he told you that, yes, there's something you should know. The Dreamer is waking up. What do you all do? Do any of you interject, or do you just wait for his next words?
Just wait here.
I don't think we're that
stand,
patient.
waiting. Hey, I'm very impatient.
Extremely impatient.
Carrick is just staring at the planar tablets around him and just saying, "It all makes sense now."
And it does. All right. So the Traveler says to you all, the Dreamer is waking up. He'll no longer be contained by this dream. So we've got a little bit of a problem. But don't worry, I've been preparing for this, and I brought some help. Why don't we all step into the darkness here? It'll be easier to talk in there, and I won't have to hold all this at bay for so long. But we won't need to be in there for long. Plus, I'm sure you'll enjoy the sight. And he'll walk down to the pool and step into it. And even though you saw several people walk into that pool earlier, I believe Nakarth did, I think Drost might have, somebody did. Regardless, people walked in that pool before, and it seemed to be only about a foot deep. But when the traveler approaches it and steps into it, he begins to just sink into it as he goes, completely unfazed by the liquid surrounding him, and he just disappears beneath the surface.
Well, he is built different. He does appear just as same as I'm used to seeing him, right?
Yes. I will say you probably don't see him in the same form that everyone else sees him. There's something, honestly, pretty fitting for the type of warlock you are. There's something unknowable about his true form. But you see him as some sort of vague being, like many, many different people overlapped over each other.
Understood.
Huh. I want to insight check him. Something feels fishy.
Okay, yeah, go for it.
So okay, I'm gonna try that. Let me insight check a god.
Well, what do gods have that we don't? Dignity?
Sheesh.
31.
So you're pretty used to the traveler being a little bit indirect with the
Yeah,
way
he's
he talks
usually
to him.
sincere, but this feels really weird.
Yeah,
sorry.
you wouldn't expect the traveler to suggest you step into the darkest part of what you're in, the heart of darkness here, but he seemed to go in unfazed, and that appeared to be the traveler you know. I will say with a 31, it does look like he is a bit strained to you. Like there is, it's not like he's physically flexing, but you can feel like the way he's talking, there's something mental going on where he's straining against something, probably using his power quite strongly at the moment.
Okay. I imagine I'd probably be able to feel like whatever divine power, since I'm kind of at that.
Yeah.
Probably a step below. We're basically gods now. No.
Basically gods.
Okay. I'll follow.
All right. Nakarth disappears beneath the surface. Can I assume that everyone follows, or is anyone sticking around
yes.
I will
first?
follow.
All right. So one by one, you enter into this liquid. You're not sure, you weren't sure previously what to expect here. Your whole goal in all of this was to get to this plane, stabilize it, because that is what was going to give you the best shot at saving everyone when they're being moved on to the next plane. All of that. You wanted to petition the great progenitor dragons of old, or the soon to be new progenitor dragons, really. And once you enter into the liquid, into the shadow, it doesn't even feel like a liquid is around you, but all you can see in all directions is just darkness. You don't see a surface beneath your feet. It's just all one color in all directions, except for a path of sand beneath your feet. And a few feet in front of you, that path ends. If you turn around, look over your shoulder, you can see that path of sand splits into many. And then all of those paths split into many. And then all of those paths split into many. And there doesn't seem to be any, atmosphere here that attenuates your vision over distance. You can see this ridiculous number of paths behind you, splitting farther and farther and farther, but they all come to this one point. Looking ahead of you, You look back over your shoulders, and the traveler is standing there in the darkness with you. He says, "This was always the final point of the prophecy. All of that behind you, that's the rest of the prophecy, or what your minds have turned it into to let you comprehend it. Not sure exactly what you're seeing right now. Something similar to what I think I've shown several of you before. Regardless, you're here now. You're at the end. This is uncharted territory. But we have a plan. You've all done excellent. You've stabilized all the planes. You've stabilized Dalcor. Kyber is awakening. Now, Kyber has no true power over the next reality, thankfully. But, well, this whole process apparently won't go quickly. And Kyber will certainly do everything in her power to make sure that what the work you've done gets undone. That the many lives you've been striving to save, well, he'll try to take out as many of them as he can. But, again, don't worry. I've been working in the background." And he'll snap his fingers, and some of the darkness behind him, because he's facing you, begins to roll up like a curtain. And you look to your left and right, and you see that the darkness around you on those sides is also raising up. And there's still darkness behind you where the path is, but all ahead of you and all around you is, well, still darkness, but there are things behind it. You see dragons. Massive, incredible dragons. Not like dragons you've seen or potentially fought before, dragons that were, on the orders of dozens of feet tall. No. These are thousands of feet tall. Sort of similar to, some of you saw the totem animals of the Plane of the Wilds previously. The sizes of mountains in the distance. And these dragons are indeed far away so that you can actually see all of them. So that's the first thing you notice. Would anyone here be familiar with like draconic lore, or does anyone know draconic? That would probably be mostly enough.
I do.
I believe Faye does, yeah.
So
I mean, how much would I know as the Awoken?
Oh, a lot. Yeah, you would recognize these instantly.
Oh, hey, Jim.
But it's weird because you're awoken, but you have a lot of memory swirling around, and a lot of them are like indirect, right? Because for all of the essential recorded history of time, Sybaris has been dormant and essentially in a state of unlife, right? So while you have a lot of memories, they're not all instantly coherent, and you might recognize things but not be sure why. And you do recognize these things. And all of you who have any kind of training in Draconic or would know any Draconic lore would recognize the 9... you recognize 9 of the 12 Draconic deities. Io, the dragon of arcane magic and knowledge. Asterinian, of invention and trade. Stilibor of wealth, Crenepsis of fate and prophecy, Falazur of death and decay, Garrix of chaos and destruction, Sarlior of psionics, Kareska of primal magic, and Cutha of divine magic. These incredible figures in the distance are all different visible forms of dragon, right? But they don't all appear to have like a color to their scales like you would imagine most dragons do. These are dragons of just pure magical energy. They are dragons of like the true form, the true pinnacle of dragonness. And so they aren't split into different elements like many other dragons would be. Instead, they're all made of either like light or shadow or glass or gems or metals or so on and so forth. But not metals in the sense of the metallic dragons, but you know what I mean. They're all incredible. And those of you who know anything about dragons would realize that there are 3 missing among those bunch. Tiamat, of evil, vengeance, and destruction. Lendis, of harsh, oppressive law, and Task, of greed and selfishness. These are the 3 dragons that you have been spending your time here working against, arranging the planes and forcing the prophecy to make sure that those dragons were out of the picture at this point, not powerful enough to participate in this final ascension of the world. At the feet of these giant dragons, you also recognize 15 much smaller figures, much closer, only a few dozen feet away. The gods of the Sovereign Host and the Dark Six are all here, although only 14 of them are out in front of you because the Traveler is close to you as one of the members of the Dark Six. You see Aroi of life, love, and fertility. Arion of law, lore, the first wizard to exist. Balinor of the hunt. Boldre of the hall and hearth and family. Dol Ara of the sun, of wisdom and battle and of honor. And Dol Dorn of strength, warriors, and bravery. Kol Karan of the world and wealth. Aladra of feast, fortune, and luck. And Onatar of fire, the forge, and craftsmanship. And the Dark Six bear no names. Their names were stripped of them long ago, during the schism. They have committed great acts of evil, evil that caused the other gods to shun them and to, strip them of their names. They are known only by their domains. The Devourer, the Fury, the Keeper, the Mockery, the Shadow, and the Traveler. The Dark Six, or the 5 of them that are here, are in cages, except for the Traveler. The Traveler is out and about. But those ones in cages are not happy to be there, certainly. And strangely, you look at all of these gods ahead of you, and each one of you sees something different in each one of them. Much like the Traveler, they seem to have no true form. For those of you that have true sight, they appear to have many forms overlapped with each other, but each of you sees one of the sovereigns as your mind imagines them, essentially. They are exactly what you believe them to be. And so each of you believes them to be slightly different, probably. And maybe you've heard tales or seen artworks that have influenced your own vision of these deities, but other than that, they are completely unique in your minds compared to each other. Now, that might not be obvious to you because you just see your own version, but for those of you with true sight, you can see the true nature of all of that. And yes, these do appear to be the gods of the realm. Well, I'd introduce you, but I think you all already know each other. Or at least, well, they've all been watching your careers with great interest, and I'm sure you're already familiar.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be honest, we're not in the greatest state for a chat at the moment. We are holding things back for now, and we can't do that for too much longer because the ascension's starting soon. I'm trying to keep time as malleable as I can until then, so we must act quickly.
So we must protect you from Kyber in the meantime, yes?
In a sense, yes. The ascension is soon, and we know not what Kyber plans. Kyber may come to attack us directly. This is possible. And, well, we have no great progenitor dragons left, except for you, of course, in order to fight them off. So that will be your task. They may, instead, head to your world and try to wreak as much havoc as they can before the clock strikes 0, and this world ends and the next begins. So yes, your job will be to defend not just us, but everything, to occupy Kyber until the time is up.
Hashtag.
I don't envy that job you have. I'll be honest.
Well, I'm willing to die again for this. So
I appreciate that resolve. All of us do. And we've actually prepared some things ahead of time. You've probably already felt several of our gifts at this point. Those divine relics of yours have gotten a little extra power, yes?
Yeah.
Good. We've prepared a new relic. Or rather, we are prepared to create a new relic. You see, we have an idea. Maybe it's a little crazy. Might be a little risky. But we need to seal Kyber. That's the ultimate process here. If we can hold Kyber off for long enough, that's good. But I'll be honest, it's going to be very tough to hold Kyber off and not have any collateral damage. It's going to be a race against the clock in more ways than one. The clock will be ticking down while we try to complete the ascension, while you try to protect everyone. If you can seal Kyber, that'll buy us all the time we need. Now, all the time we need is hopefully not that long. I've never done one of these. I don't know. None of us here have. The dragons back there have, of course. But apparently the rules don't work so simply. Do any of you have an item that is already capable of sealing and binding? We would like to enhance it. Something capable of drawing the essence of something. It will be much better if we can enhance an existing item than to create something out of nothing. The effect will be multiplied.
did someone have a
Derek, is
magic
that
jar?
the gate?
I mean, I can take people's souls and put them into coins, but I don't know if that's quite what you're looking for. And that's not an item. That's just something I do.
Hmm.
Sorry,
Yeah.
can you repeat that? That's my bad. I was reading a thing.
I mean, I can take souls and put them into coins when they die, but that's not an item. That's just something I kind of do.
Mm.
So I'm not sure that's what you're looking for.
Now that's something to work with. That's something to work with. That binding a soul, that's exactly what we're trying to do.
I don't think I have anything.
I don't.
think I do either. I have a cauldron, which holds things inside if you don't turn it upside down.
Is it a black cauldron? Because that might work.
It is, I think. It's made of iron. Wait, it's
Mm.
copper. And it's turned green with age. Reading the item description describes the item.
Indeed. Do you have something related to this soul trapping ability?
Well,
Nice.
the devil dude who granted me this ability also gave me a dagger, but it isn't connected.
Maybe the traveler looks back and Onatar, the god of fire, the forge, and craftsmanship, nods their head. Yes, okay, that'll work. Quickly, hand that over.
I will dutifully hand it over.
Inside check?
Yeah, go for it.
Oh, I'm dog shit at those.
It's a god. Kind of hard to read.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I only get them because I hit that impossible threshold.
Yeah, literally the 31.
Yeah, that's only 11 higher than I could possibly roll, so.
I'm sorry for the haste here. We don't have much more time. He'll grab
Yes.
the dagger from you, bring it over to the other gods, and they all place their hands in the center, and that same light you saw erupt from the pool of darkness before erupts once again as the gods join together to create a new divine artifact. It's blinding against the darkness all around you. Your eyes have gotten used to having no light in this place, which is strange because despite not seeing light coming from any direction, you can all see each other just fine, as if everything is lit perfectly. But then the light fades, and that dagger that was once made of obsidian with this red etched writing along the blade is now made of like this crystalline, like glass like substance, and it has this gold writing down the blade. He hands it back to you, Milos. Or Lee Rob, sorry. This is now the God Eater. Take it.
What?
Should I ask what it does, or is it kind of self-explanatory?
I think this might be a case where reading the item description describes the item.
Two things. If you can get Kuiper weak enough, you can seal it within that dagger, at least for a time. It can't hold him forever. It should buy us enough time to save everyone else. I also threw in a little something of my own. I've given it my ability to stop time temporarily, but only once. Use it wisely.
Ooh.
Oh, Jesus.
So mechanically, yes, if you can bring Kyber low enough, which is represented by you getting it to like 1 HP essentially, it's going to be very hard to kill it even if you guys get this thing to 0 HP, because it's a god of the universe that created everything. But if you can get it down to mechanically 1 HP, and then the God Eater lands a hit, you can seal Kyber within the blade.
We can use our Master Ball.
Indeed. Additionally, it can cast Time Stop once, using the normal rules for Time Stop.
Hold on, let me look up time stop because I don't know. The normal
That's
rules for
fair, that's
time
fair.
stop.
It's not as whelming as you'd think.
It's pretty much self-explanatory.
Oh, you stop time. Yep, that
Yep.
makes sense. Okay.
Good.
You see
Question:
this
is the
all
time
time
stop
stop.
once ever or like once a day?
Once ever.
Good clarification.
Same thing with the other artifacts that have been powered up recently. They have each been imbued with a spell once ever. So like Faye got with Truth, Steel Wind Strike once, potentially targeting the same target with all of the strikes. Protection for
Oh,
Leroy
that's
got,
nasty.
It is nasty. Leroy can cast Invulnerability once and can target anyone with it instead of only yourself.
I gotta find out
Clemens
what
got
invulnerability does.
it's pretty self-explanatory.
Yeah.
It's like 10 minutes, the target just doesn't take damage. They're immune to all sorts of damage. It's something like that. Clemens got Time Ravage once, which is just a big fucking nuke debuff kind of, yeah, that kind of vibe. Cool. Now, you're all gonna need to summon all of your strength for this. I'm sorry that we can't stay longer, and I know that you probably want to talk to all of these gods, and they would love time to talk with you. Maybe after you survive this, the ascension goes well. You know what? We should ask first. We should ask before this, just in case. This is the ascension of the gods. All of us are going to become dragons soon. There's going to be 15 empty positions as deities. We're all pretty confident that you would fit into that pretty well if you want, but if that's not what you're thinking for your future, you want something else out of this, or you just want to be placed into a normal life, be reincarnated, just make your wishes to us known, and we will try and make that happen, whether you survive or not.
I want a far more normal life than this one's been. Be a nice change.
So reincarnation for you then.
Yes, please.
All right.
I've faked being a god. I should pay it forward and do the real thing.
Excellent.
I'm not really sure what being a god entails, but I'm certainly interested in trying.
It's just being Leroy, but like more people know about you, maybe.
Do you mean a change to being a god, or just like?
Hmm.
Ilyana, I'm sorry, but regardless of what we do, this will be the end for you.
Oh dear.
I do apologize, but this is the end of your world. The start of a new one.
Oh.
Perhaps if there is a part of yourself you care deeply about, we could take that out, but the whole of you, there's less we can do.
The butthole.
Well, that's if Nakareth, if that part can go forward and make a new dream, I think I'd be satisfied.
Very well.
Thank you.
Of course, it's the least we can do at this point. You can see the traveler starting to get visibly more strained now. He's like starting to drip with sweat.
Any more last wishes? We should probably get a move on.
I'd like to be able to go back home to my family if that's should they still be there. But if at all possible, I would like to be granted the long lifespan of my elven family members.
We can put you with your family, but it will be a whole new world. The new progenitor dragons will take over, create the new universe. This has been our plan. We will work with the dragons as they are now. The 3 progenitors that we have helped rise to power, we have managed to convince Halal, Bahama, and Tamara. They will be bringing the souls of everyone with them, but they will still be their creation. They're adamant about that. We can make sure you end up with the same souls, though.
I would like that. If I could have my family, and then that includes all of you as he looks around to the rest of the party.
Eli is definitely like a little pale as you were saying that.
But should you all choose to be gods, I will not hold it against you.
Making the choice hard.
Well, I'll be with everyone's dreams. I can be your companion every night.
Hey yo.
Oh
Hey yo.
dear.
Hey,
There we
Oh,
go.
what have you done to me? I used to not know this.
I wink.
Well, I will bring this camaraderie to the new world in their dreams. I mean this in the best way possible, as terrible as it sounds.
Of course. Traveler starts to like hold a hand up to his temple, and like strain appears on his face as well. I believe there's still a few of you that have not given your wishes. If this is the time to throw them out there, if you have them.
Oh, convention wishes. Oh,
Well, I mean, wishes for what you essentially, these are not last wishes because you're expected to reincarnate in some form here. That's part of this whole deal. But they're giving you the opportunity to like, tweak your settings a little bit here. Like be with your family that exists already, or live a normal life instead of an adventurous life, or I want to be a god. There's some openings for gods, right? What do you want out of this?
Well, I guess if I can specify kind of god I want to be the kind of god that nobody knows about, and that you run across and realize later that was a god.
All right.
I will claim a godhood that befits my strength.
Of
So
course.
like olive tree.
I
Eli?
suppose
Yes, thank you.
being a god would be the easiest way to see those, or to have a chance to see and remember those I've lost already.
Leroy and Lerob about to be the Nullfall gods of the next world.
Oh god, oh
I
fuck.
don't know what that means, but I'm probably down for it.
You're Leroy and Lerob, the dual aspected gods, like.
Oh, true, that's true. That's pretty true.
Of esoteric and unknown magic.
Maybe there's like a god of known magic and then the god of unknown magic. It's the other half of the coin.
Is the duality of Lero.
Yes, exactly.
Oh gosh.
A god of unknown magic and a god of unknown crafting.
The
My-
two answers
Oh,
to
yeah.
every question are either Y or B.
The god of
No
mad
does not
magic
exist in this new world.
and the god of
Actually,
mad
there's
science.
7 or 8. Yeah.
What does
Eli
Eli want? Yeah.
Eli like takes a big gulp because he doesn't truly know what's gonna happen to him. And he's a little nervous about that, but he says, kind of in like the fakest confident voice ever, he's like, I'll only be a god if Juno will be a god with me. Otherwise, we'll see. We'll see.
Of course, that makes sense. Many gods
We
have
we can share it,
companions.
Yeah.
Yes. Of course.
Sweating buckets.
Hey, your wishes are known. We'll get to work. Hope this won't take long. I'm sorry, time is running out. I'm gonna send you to Kyber now. If you're all prepared, this is your last second to prepare yourselves. He's holding out a hand in front of him and starting to like gather up this energy.
Let's go.
All right.
Yeah, I think we can go.
He slams the energy down into the ground, and it's almost like he just dissolves into dust as he does. Everything around you does. Everything except each other. The paths behind you vanish. The gods, the dragons in front of you disappear into the darkness. But you still have each other. You still have Neko. All of you and your companions.
Neko.
Right, yes. The mechanical cat that's been following around Lerob is with you. And you see in the darkness a spark an ember begin to grow in size, pulsing with energy. It begins to burn brighter and brighter. And then an eye appears on it. Another eye appears on it. And the fire begins to burn away at itself and form into this being that appears to be made of, again, darkness, much like what you've seen before, much like what you saw with the child of Kyber previously. But this one's form can be seen by the fire that blazes around the outside of their form. This fire that wraps around all of the darkness. And I hope you're all ready for combat.
Woo, woo.
For certain values, yeah.
Did we get any sort of rest during
Nope.
that? Oh,
Already.
Y'all can place yourselves within the green field anywhere you want before we roll initiative.
okay. Well, they're
Ooh, it's our
front.
deployment.
It is.
Let's see. Distance-wise. All right, we're going to
And
the.
this is a survive X number of rounds? Yeah, this is a Lancer encounter, you fucker.
Yeah, 'cause I'm in the fucking square.
It'll be fair.
Enemy mechs show up with no explanation whatsoever.
Yes, they come in from the deployment zones on the sides. You can't see them. I can, though. Don't worry. It's too dark in here to see the deployment zones.
They're in another dimension.
Yeah.
I feel like he's
Why
gonna
did-
have us do this, and then there's just gonna be an AoE bigger than this box in every dimension.
Why does the Kyber fucking dragon dude have like hot daddy body going?
That's
What?
a self-report.
What the fuck?
I mean,
Yeah,
I'm
buddy.
not saying I'm down
Oh, yeah.
bad, but
Did you just say he has hot daddy body?
Anybody?
Are you denying it?
Fuck, you got me.
True. I mean, Kyber is literally hot, just covered in fire.
Yes.
So, like, yeah.
Like, all
Obviously.
of those words are factually accurate, I think.
Yeah. And Kyber is like the mother of all fucking demons everywhere, and the quarry of darkness. So there's some energy there for sure.
And we all know demons are sexy.
Yeah.
Yes.
You got a point.
All right. So if everyone is in position, go ahead and roll initiative. Now we'll delete the box.
Oh, top of the. Oh.
Good try.
wait, foresight is still active, right?
Oh.
Yep.
Oh shit, foresight. I need a reroll.
Yeah. Speaking of.
That's okay. I still don't need to change anything.
Yeah. Okay. Nothing changed there. Cool.
Mine's being a pain in the butt and want a
One of you
reroll.
won for my initiative, please.
Yes. 21.
Ooh, could I have 21 too?
But I
did
also
you,
have 21.
did you earn it? Mm.
No.
I've been trying really hard.
Nakareth and Leroy, do either of you need adjustments, or are you tied and I need to adjust one of you? by
I'm
dice?
having a trouble rerolling
Okay.
because I got a 5. Yeah, I need a reroll.
Yeah, what's your modifier? +3?
Yeah.
I rolled an 18. So I'll just
Awesome.
bump you up to that.
Take that.
Boop.
That's for sure.
Anyone else need their initiative adjusted from advantage?
I'm good. 21.
All
Okay.
right. Okay, we have several 21s. So, dex numbers for Eli, Carrick, and Faye. What you got?
14.
14. All right.
Oh, 16 Feitman modifier.
16. All right. And Eli?
Sorry, what was that?
What's your dex? Total dex?
Oh, total dex is 19.
19 total dex? Sheesh. Yeah, so
That's a
Eli
lot of
goes first then. Not before Clemens, but yes. In this three-way tie, Eli goes first.
Oh, wow.
Eli wins
That should work.
3 ways.
All right.
The bard thing.
We have done initiative. Okay, so I'm gonna go through a couple more things to note before we actually get into combat for real. So I'm gonna go down the list and make sure everyone is aware of the things that may or may not be on their character sheets. Faye, your truth can cast Steel Wind Strike once, potentially targeting the same target repeatedly. Leroy, you've got Invulnerability once, can target anyone with it. Clemens has Time Ravage once. Milos can Time Stop once. Nakareth, you're still in command of Quarry. So there's two options you
Nice.
can do here with your essential Ilyana power in this fight. You can either bolster your allies' saving throws by 5, or you can hinder the enemy's magic immunity, which drops what level of spell it's immune to by several levels. And you can choose this at the start of your turn. It lasts until the start of your next turn. And you can just keep choosing that. And if you ever forget, I can remind you. But as far as like which options are available,
Thank you.
Carrick, your understanding of the planes now that you're up against Kyber itself, you feel like you can channel them in new ways. You're aware of the presence of these otherworldly entities. On each of your turns, you can manifest one of the planar zones as a free action, which lasts until the start of your next turn. So it'll have a. We're not going to care about like the distance of it, the area of it. The duration will just be until the start of your next turn, and you can only choose one at a time, but you can just keep cycling between them if you want. Drost, we already went over you. You've got your unlimited uses of Giant Smite, and you appear to be able to go larger than normal. You're not sure what the upper limit on that is, but you can do it.
I'm gonna push everybody off the platform.
And Eli, you are still in tune with the Dream Singers, and you can hear their songs in the distance. In fact, all of you can hear their songs in the distance, just in the back of your mind, this powerful dream giving you strength from the distance. So once per round, Eli, you have a special reaction, which does not consume your normal reaction, during which you can roll a Bardic Inspiration die on something somebody just rolled without consuming your Bardic Inspiration. So you could be like, hey, you rolled a 20? No, you didn't. I'm going to add inspiration to that as a reaction, but it doesn't take
Is
my
that
rear
before or
reaction.
after results?
Before results. I think you still just need to know the number, and then you can choose to add it. But yes, you still have your other reactions. You still have your normal Bardic Inspiration, but you have all the extra stuff.
So cool.
Cool. So a bunch of extra stuff. Anyone have questions?
Yes. When I summon the manifest zones, are they centered on me, or are they? Can I choose where they?
The area will just cover the entire battlefield. We'll ignore area and just assume it covers. Yep.
Hey.
Ooh.
All right. So then, let us get going with Clemens.
All right. Unfortunately, I used my Silver Flame Guide My Hand previously, so that will not be in effect, but I am going to pew the giant death demon god with the guidance.
All right. That is a hit.
That is going to be just 9 damage plus 12 lightning. I'll attack again.
All right. They appear to be immune to lightning damage.
Unfortunate. See, and I cannot make them unimmune. I can only ignore resistance.
Right. That sounds correct to me. Unless there's a different version of the feat I wasn't looking at, but yes.
And does 30 would hit.
Why does this keep getting louder?
Because this should be the loudest it gets.
And that will be 4 damage.
The volume resets sometimes.
Oh, weird.
Yeah.
Oh, weird. I don't hear anything.
And that will be my turn.
Foundry audio is something I hope they improve one day. Eli.
I am going to start by, first of all, is anybody still inspired from the last fight, or would we say that's all
I
gone?
don't think I ever used mine. Oh, okay.
You know, time was stopped. I'll say that stopped the timer on Inspire. I was using Shocked as inspiration, so Nakareth and Carrick still appear to have one. So does Faye.
Okay.
Nice.
Nice. That's good. Because I'm going to use my bonus action for something else this turn. I'm going to cast Crown of Stars.
Ooh.
Which, I basically get 7 little stars around my head. And I'm a blast it with one of them. Or I'm going to try to. With a ranged spell attack. 24?
That is not a hit.
Okay. All right. So a little stream of light just goes by Kyber, I guess.
Yep.
And Eli snaps his fingers like, God damn it. And that's his turn because that was his action and bonus action.
Rip. Faye.
Alrighty. Faye is gonna fly to the front.
Ooh.
Right here. She will gently put a hand on her back, draw truth, raising it aloft in front of her face, as it begins to shine with light. Says, "Ah, you were at my side all along, my true mentor, my guiding moonlight." And she will fucking unload Steel Wind Strike.
Absolutely.
I was hoping you did the Ludwig music for this, just for that moment, but
Oh,
this
no,
still
I
rules.
should've.
Yeah, no. Go home. Go fucking ham with it.
Yeah, so a lot of fucking, I think it's 5 separate attack rolls here.
Yes. Yeah, just. So it is 60-10 or attack rolls.
Yeah, 5 separate attack rolls because some of them could crit and some of them might miss.
Yes. So, should I just like use Firebolt to?
That works for the
because
attack
it's
rolls.
anything.
Yeah.
Okay.
That should be the same thing.
And these are all advantage.
If you're foresighted, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so you added that automatically, Eli?
Yes.
Okay. So that becomes a hit.
Nice.
Thank God.
2
Okay.
hits.
I can't help with the other ones, but
3 hits.
ah.
3 hits. Wait. So
5, right?
4
Use
hits.
use your Bardic Inspiration on the 21.
I already did.
I did 2 21s.
Oh,
Right,
wait.
on the second 21.
Eli
Faye
has
has their own, right?
Say you have a bardic inspiration.
Yeah, use it.
Oh, that wasn't what you did. I
Right.
thought you were like using mine. Okay, then yes. What do I roll for that? D12.
D12.
That'll do it. 5 hits.
26.
All 5 lands.
Yeah.
Okay, so 30 D10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that reaction replaces my other reaction, right?
You have one special reaction for that and your normal reaction. They don't intermingle.
I'd like to reaction bounce my inspiration after. Holy shit!
You certainly can.
Bam! Damage. That's a lot of damage.
That's a lot of damage.
Holy shit! Lee Rob, take some inspiration.
Lee Rob is inspired. Where is the shocked? There it is. Boop.
Take off shocked for. Okay.
Oh, yes. Good point. Alright, anything else on your turn, Faye? Big chunk of damage.
After the unholy just onslaught of light that just left the blade, she's going to kind of like, she had her eyes closed that whole time, open them, solemnly put it on her back, turn around big. That's what I'm fucking talking about! And I'm gonna fly all the way back.
Hell yeah.
Where I was before.
So you see this figure that is so imposing and burning with light, but still, or burning with darkness, really. But still, these waves of light hit it, and it staggers back with each one taking massive amounts of damage. And as it's left reeling while you fly backwards, you can see that everywhere it's bleeding, it's being cut by all this damage. The fire seems to be growing brighter, like it's bleeding more fire. Carrick, you're up.
Quick question for Clemens.
Yes.
Can you only summon fire elementals, or can you summon other kinds?
I can summon fire, air, earth, or water.
Dope. I am going to manifest the zone of crap. Which one is it?
Sounds like a terrible.
Twilight.
Ooh.
So
Nice one.
if you summon an elemental, Clemens, it will be at one level higher.
Thank you.
And then... Fuck, I guess I'll try and attack this thing.
Go for it.
Hell yeah.
Here goes nothing. Advantage, I assume?
Yes. So that is a hit. Yeah, the last boss had foresight. This one does not.
Oh yeah, baby, let's go.
A little bit. Ooh, nice. Oh wait, how much of that is lightning? Only a little bit at the end, right?
Just the D6 at the end, yeah.
Okay, so I'll rewind a few points of that. Cool. Because yeah, it is immune to lightning. Alright, so
Alright.
it subtracts the 2d6 from it. Cool.
And then bonus action Blade Song.
Alright.
Unfortunately, I have Tensor's Transformation up, so I can't cast any spells.
Gotcha. No worries.
Okay. So you got your attacks, and was there anything else? Sorry.
I just engaged my Blade Song. Other than that, that's it.
Cool. Right. That makes sense. Nakareth, you're up.
Shit. I think I want everyone's saves to be boosted by 5 until the next
Alright.
round, because I think we have enough in the tank to overcome magic resistance.
Fair enough. So yes, everybody gets a +5 on all saving throws.
Thank you.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm just happy it's before his turn.
Yeah.
Huge. Holy
Right?
shit.
Let's see,
Yeah, it
then
did
I
not
will
roll well on initiative.
Thank God. Then I will move up here and make my attacks. I'm not gonna bother with Hunter's Mark since I don't think that'll work. Where the fuck did my character sheet go? There it is. And I will make my 5 attacks.
Go for it.
By the way, you have inspiration. Totally use it.
True.
Totally use it.
Yep, let's
D12.
nope.
Oh,
Sag.
but you keep it.
You do keep it.
Oh, that's good.
One hit.
Alright.
Alright, 25 is the cutoff then.
Does
Use it.
That is a miss.
no.
Unless
Alright,
you
so
can't
now I
use it
can't
again.
use it because I asked.
Yeah.
One hit. Ooh, the two
Are you fucking
ones?
kidding me?
That is
Alright.
unfortunate.
Mm.
So that's 3 misses now?
Yeah.
Fuck. Alright, last attack.
Oh.
Alright, one more. Come on. Hey, 2 hits.
2 hits.
That's so bad.
Sometimes luck's just not on your side, but hey, Bardic Inspiration
Yeah.
helps.
Damage, so plus D10. So, what's that? 30, 41?
Excellent. Good chunk of damage. You guys have already done
Yeah.
hundreds to it.
Yep.
And it
All
hasn't
right,
even taken a
that's
turn
better.
yet. All right. Lee Rob.
I'd like to clarify something before I make my plan.
Absolutely.
So the dagger, the time stop is just an enhanced thing that the dagger that I already have gets, or does it replace the text of my dagger?
It's something the dagger gets in addition to.
Okay.
Yeah, it's been enhanced.
And how many free actions do you get per turn?
What do you mean by free action? In this case?
It says you can
Silly
make this
question.
weapon blink into your
That's
hand
free.
at any time as a free action, as long as the hand is free.
Yeah.
So you get the throne.
You- I don't think. Yeah, I think you can do as many times as you want. Unless you
Yeah,
try to pull
okay.
some shenanigans with it, and then I'll put some friction on that. But if you're asking, can I throw it and pull it back for multi attack? Yes. The answer is yes.
Yeah, okay. That is the question.
Beautiful.
Okay. If the answer is I'm gonna make a peasant railgun out of it, no.
I don't want to make a peasant railgun, don't worry.
I do.
Yeah.
I mean, I do, but
I
this is
summon
the
into my
time. We
hand.
have no peasants.
One per flank time, and
Okay.
just push it at him.
We do a little bit of hasting.
Ooh, haste. Haste,
And
haste.
then
Haste?
we're gonna wander over here with our first 45 feet of movement. And then over here with the second 45.
All right.
The mechanical cat following Leroy is going, or Lerob is going to try and follow.
Of course.
And I'll use my hasted action to throw the dagger. 23 should miss, right?
Unfortunately, a miss.
That is all right. And pass turn.
You have inspiration just for next next time.
I appreciate it. I am saving it.
That's
Oh,
fair.
okay.
It is finally Kyber's turn. You've been wailing on it with your weapon so far, but it hasn't seemed to react too much, right? The blades of light have sent it staggering backwards and all of that, but it hasn't, like, roared at you or spoken or made any threatening gestures yet. It seems like it's waking up still. And it's kind of looking down in its hands while this combat is going on, while it's being stabbed and shot and all of the above. And it says, "This form is not complete. No matter. It will be enough." And it is going to...
Is it not zaddy enough for him?
Not enough yet. No, of course
And he
not.
rips off his shirt.
Yeah.
Burns it off.
It's extra funny because he just rips the flame off, and now it's just darkness against the dark background, and you just can't see it. That's it. Cool. I get to look at this cool shopping list of things to do here.
Not bad,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's gonna do...
Be right high up on the list.
It's gonna do one of these. It's going to rear back. Its jaw seems to unhinge a little bit, and you couldn't even see that it had a jaw before, but you just see like a fiery crack along its where its mouth should be, just break open its face, and it pulls back, and just this darkness rolls out of its mouth. It's very much like the darkness around you, and it almost blinds you as it rolls over. And it is going to... Let me orient this right. Let's see how many people I can actually get with this.
Oh.
Something like this. Can I get like... How many... Can I get all of you in this?
What if you got Neko? See, I fucking said he's gonna have an AoE that's bigger than the whole
He's
spawn
just
area.
gotta
Did
step
have
back
an
a
AoE
little
that's
bit,
bigger.
and he can pivot it around.
Okay,
and
Alright.
he's
with
gonna
his
back
side.
up. He will provoke an attack of opportunity in order
Alright.
to get this done.
I'll fucking take one.
It's like both of you get attacks of opportunity if you take them.
Okay. Well, someone gets advantage. I think. Well,
Also, yes, it is a dragon progenitor. It's going to have a breath weapon.
ew.
So we will resolve the attacks first, and then we'll get into the saving throws.
That's a miss.
That is a...
Do I have one? I thought I
You
used
kept
mine.
it 'cause
But
you failed
you
with
keep it because you failed.
Oh, okay. Then yeah. I will use it.
Oh wait, no, you used it and you got an 11 and it succeeded, right? You used it again after?
Oh wait,
Yeah.
really?
Oh,
you did
yeah,
use
I
it.
did.
Oh shit, sorry. It's
False.
because the lightning bolt's still there.
My bad.
That's my
That's
bad.
not your fault.
That's my fault for not removing it. So Carrick also gets an attack of opportunity if you wish.
You definitely have inspiration. I know that one.
Sorry, what does Carrick also get?
An attack of opportunity if you so desire.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I'll take it.
That is a hit. Bonk. Minus a little bit of lightning damage. It only takes a couple less. Okay, cool. So then the breath weapon triggers, and most of you get hit by it. This is a dexterity save.
Y'all get a +5.
Y'all get a +5.
+5.
Oh, with advantage.
True.
Oh wait, I should have advantage on this because of something, right?
Yeah.
Or maybe I don't.
Still don't think a
Protect-
17 passes.
Oh, I forgot to add my +5.
Leroy, if you're not foresighted, I'm not sure. Maybe the shield does.
Because I don't have the Spellguard shield attuned.
Oh, yeah, you changed to a different shield. That's right. So you don't anymore.
Yeah, but the divine artifact.
Yeah, it's very good artifact, but yes.
Yeah, but it doesn't give me what the basic ass Spellguard shield would do.
Yeah, true. Anyone adjusting anything before I go down and figure out passes and fails?
I just forgot to add a +5 to mine, so I'll be either 26 or 30, depending on if 26
Okay,
fails.
that makes sense.
Did I need to make a save? I'm sorry.
You do need to make a save, dexterity. No worries.
And you have inspiration in case you do really badly.
Yeah, I'm assuming 17 is a fail, so I probably need to indomitable that.
Certainly could. You also have a +5. I'll go down the list and just check if everyone added their +5 ahead of time, or if we need it added. But yeah. So that's actually a 22, but unless you have a flat dex.
That's with the +5.
That is the +5. Okay, fair enough.
I'm gonna flash mine after the +5, so that would make it a 26.
Okay, 26. Cool. So Drost, are you re-rolling?
Yeah, I will be.
Cool.
Not better.
Unfortunate.
Yikes.
Okay. Let's start going down the list. Leroy, that includes the +5?
That includes the +5.
That's a fail.
Unless it helped. No, it actually didn't.
Right. Eli, that includes the +5?
Yeah.
That's a fail.
Oh.
Drost, that's a fail.
Oh.
Nakarith, that's a success.
Woo! No damage.
Clemens, your total would be a 26 is a
26
fail.
or 30. Okay.
So a 30 was
Thank
a
you.
success.
26 was a fail?
26 was a fail. Faye, 28 is a pass. Drost failed, as we already said, and Carrick, I'm pretty sure that's a fail. I don't think you can add enough stuff to that to make it a success.
I mean, I could add my bardic inspiration.
Oh, you could. That's true.
I'll do that.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, I mean, if you get a 12.
Yeah.
Alright, so I'm at like 33 now.
Oh, that's a success. Okay, cool.
Hey, yo.
'Cause I already flashed. Oh no, I wouldn't have been able to flash myself. So, because I already did
the reaction.
the reaction. So, that would be
23.
21.
29.
29. We'll cut the +5. Right.
No.
Okay. Yes.
No, sorry. 28.
28 is a pass. We'll go with that one.
Sweet.
So,
Hallelujah.
the damage, which is halved on a success, it is a dex save. All of your normal dex save based things apply. But the starting damage for a failure is 95 necrotic damage.
I'm gonna boon of invincibility that.
That wouldn't happen to count as a non-magical
I'd like to.
type of damage. Right?
It is definitely a magical damage.
I'd like to say no. I'd like to say no to that.
Boon of invincibility, nice. Good use of it.
I love that Eli just tanked that.
I thought that was just straight up take.
Eli just says.
What really happened was I jumped behind Drost as he
Just put
fell.
those iframes real good.
I like to think that Eli just says no, and the breath weapon just like parts around him.
I hold out my staff of healing and part the red flame.
Yeah, exactly.
Incredible.
All right. So with that action resolved,
How much damage
finally.
on
Sorry, a failure was 95. So on a success, 47.
Yeah, damn.
You just like threaded the needle
Yikes.
on setting me to 20.
Damn.
On the other hand, I have just found out that invulnerability can only be cast on yourself.
Yes,
So
but that was the one change I made to the spell for Leroy's casting it. So like Faye got the cast all on the same target. Leroy can cast invulnerability once, but can target anyone with it. So you could target yourself with it, but yeah.
I mean, I could target Kyber with it.
You could target Kuiper with it if you wanted to. Yeah, I'd allow it.
I don't think I would do that.
So it's
That
still
had to
one
be like
target, but you know, you could choose somebody else if you want.
Had like a campaign high there of damage in a single spell. That was
That was pretty crazy.
staggering.
I mean, it's up there with dual disintegrate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
That's-
man, good times.
Jesus. 7 times 95 plus or minus a couple of successes.
Yeah, it was a lot of damage.
Easily over 500 damage in one spell.
Yep. All right. Anyone else need things repeated for that action? I think we're good. Awesome. Drost, it is your turn.
Damn, dude, I just got blasted with 91 damage.
You did. Yeah, because you reduced it by a little bit.
Yeah. Are
Um,
you feeling it, Mr. Krabs?
man, we are only in.
Round 1.
Gotta be. You know,
Yeah.
I'm gonna giant smite.
All right.
Get fucking huge. How big can you get?
That's a good question. How big can I get, DM?
Would you like to be as big as your target?
I'll do it.
Yes.
There you go.
All right, where should I?
Bigger.
What should I use for movement? The edge of my character?
You know what? I'll center you on where you were roughly, but yeah, you have to move. Yes, the same square. Like if you count from the top left corner, your top left corner has to end in the spot that matters. Yeah, but the founding movement tool should take care of that.
That's not very 40k or Warhammer or War Machine of you.
You don't
There we
get
go.
free movement based on your size. Sorry. All right, that is a big Drost running into combat.
All right, I'm gonna square up with the big man. No words, just violence.
Just
Yeah,
violence.
I think
That's all evil understands.
of
Yep.
the universe.
I'm gonna speak in a language they can hear.
Fist.
All right,
Fist.
two-handed.
Fun facts: in the next universe, the universal word for fist will be Drost.
All right,
All right.
first set of attacks.
I don't think you're inspired, right? So that is what it is.
Yep.
All right, so 2 hits.
2 hits. All right, I'm gonna action surge and go for another 4.
Excellent.
This is my second action surge.
Another 2 hits for a total of 4.
Yikes. Rough showing for Drost. Um. Trying to remember what my damage is. Do I need to separate the cold damage?
Yes, please. They are immune to cold, so just ignore it.
Okay. Let's 3 plus 2d10. After that giant energy surge, I totally get giant smite damage on every hit, right?
Just on nope, normal mechanics. Sorry.
For real, for real.
For real, for real.
Has my storm giant potion worn off? It was a 1 hour timer.
Definitely not then. Still have that.
'Kay.
Yeah, time stopped within like a couple minutes of stuff happening. So yeah.
All right.
Blam!
A paltry 70 damage.
Pretty good. Pretty good.
I have one more charge of fire runes, so I'm gonna hit him with that.
All right. Yeah.
DC 17 strength.
Strength save, you say? They rolled a
Yep.
30.
Yep, I didn't think that would work. And assuming they're immune to fire.
They're immune to fire.
Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah.
how did you figure that out?
Just, you know?
Actually,
You know.
from this distance, what looks like flames was actually just lightning.
Mm.
It's totally this is weak to fire, guys.
Alright.
Let's go.
Just gotta pile more on.
I'm not driving.
Action surge. Fire rune.
There's 5 of us.
Giant smite. Yeah, that's looking like it for me.
Cool.
Can I have antidepressants, actually? I'm so sad.
How mean do I want to be?
I could
That's
never
good
judge you
question.
for being mean.
I mean, this is the time to be mean.
Yeah,
it's
that's
Considering
okay.
what you've
Buzz time, baby.
All right.
considering the slime that Nick unleashed on us, he has no right to ask for forgiveness.
I said be mean.
Jordan,
I
I
know.
downloaded The Witcher 3
I just want to remind
Yeah,
everyone that that happened.
No, I got you. Using all 3 legendary actions. Or
Uh-oh.
sorry, using 3 legendary actions. Not all of it's legendary.
Oh,
Oh no.
It is going to use Chromatic Flare.
oh boy, what's that?
Targeting this area.
Oh boy,
Hey.
That's everyone.
That's
She's
everyone.
summoning
Almost
a
everyone.
counter spell. Potentially. Do I have counter spell?
Is
It is not a spell.
Oh. Yep,
Yeah.
right. That's comfy. I like that a lot.
It'll be fine, I'm sure. Don't worry about it.
you have a
bad.
+5.
What am I rolling?
Oh,
Please pick cold
hold
or
on.
fire.
Please
Let's find out.
hold. There are technical difficulties because this is centered on self. So it is.
Holy shit.
Oh,
Place
thank
it
goodness.
there. So it actually misses most of you, but that's okay because I neglected to notice that detail. That's on me. So the 3 of you close to it. Let me double check this.
Ready for pain.
Yes. That is another deck save, correct?
Oh,
I
okay.
wanted to double check it, but yes, it is another
Alright,
deck
so I'm
save.
fucked.
Still a +5. Yeah, but probably.
I'm just gonna go ahead and roll both now.
All right. So, Carrick, are you adding anything to yours?
He does get the +5.
Oh yeah, I do get the +5.
Okay, so 23 is a fail. Drost fails. Nakarath saves.
23 is a fail,
23
Yep.
is a fail.
so I'm doomed with my 20. Yep.
Yeah.
Is there any way I can boon of fate that 23?
What does Boon of Fate do again?
Another creature. Oh wait, hold on, 60 feet from me. They're too
Yeah.
far. Never mind.
I don't think you've rested to recharge. I think you used it last combat, right?
Oh wait, did I use it last combat?
I think so.
If I did,
You used it
that
a
might
little
have been.
earlier.
I think you used it
That
on
might be
something.
my bad then. Sorry.
That's okay. I mean, if you didn't, then you didn't. But I don't. I thought you did. I can't remember what you used it on though. To be fair.
I don't have a little
tracker for
section because I have the tracker for my staff of healing and my talisman of pure good. I don't, and my bardic
That's
inspiration.
that's
I don't
okay.
have
You know what?
space.
Let's say you have it. So, is it a reaction?
I can't. No, it just happens. But
Okay.
I also can't use it because they're too far away from me.
Okay, fair enough.
So
Okay,
it
well,
doesn't
let's say
matter.
you have it, and we'll track that for next time. Anyways, no worries. Don't worry. This is less damage than the big breath weapon. You're fine. That is a total of 40 force damage total, like as the max, and then you have it on a success, and so on. So Nakarath succeeded. The other 2 of you failed. That's 40 force damage.
Okay, Nakarath again takes nothing for succeeding. I love
Yes,
being a
that makes
monkey.
sense. Okay, if that is resolved, well, let's see. Carrick, did you catch that damage? I'm not sure if you heard that or not. I think so.
Sorry, what was the damage?
40 force.
All right, cool.
Yeah, just double checking. All right, cool. Cool. That looks resolved. Leroy.
All right. Well, my turn will be short and sweet. You know what? I think yes, I can. Actually, I'm gonna hold that till later. I'm gonna cast invulnerability on myself.
Pretty fair. Absolutely fair.
I don't actually have access to that spell.
That's
but-
okay. Let me just put something. I think it is concentration, but
Well, fortunately, I won't have to roll any concentration
yeah,
saves.
it just means you won't be able to concentrate on something else in the meantime.
And I'll also move up.
Sounds good. I'm gonna put Holy Shield on you for invulnerability. How's that sound?
Seems fog enough to me.
I'm also gonna double check that it's concentration because I'm not sure. It is 10 minutes of concentration. Okay, cool.
Alright, pass turn.
Cool. You love a spell description that is one sentence. You are immune to all damage until the spell ends. Pretty good.
Solid sentence. Out of all the sentences it could have been,
Yeah,
it's a good one.
that's a good one.
What are the odds?
So you end your turn. It's going to take another legendary action.
Cool. It should use it to just do a big damage nova on me. A single target.
Oh, wait. Hold on. Why did that not work? Oh, right, because... Okay, legendary action... I see how this works. It can take one legendary action to use any one of its attacks. That makes sense. So, it is going to use a claw attack against Drost. Since you are up there, very large and in melee with it. You're four-sided, right? So it gets disadvantage? That's accurate? That's still a 23. Against Drost.
23 against me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The hits? Okay. 30 slashing damage.
Oh,
23
boy.
and you.
23 and you. And then we're back to Clemens.
Clemens narrows her eyes, reaches into her pouch, and pulls out the arrows of fiend slaying.
Ooh.
She's gonna try to pew pew.
She's going to try to slaying the fiend.
Do it. She's going to doing that.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Is a 25 hit?
25 hits. And
That is 9 base damage.
the fiend slaying arrows just a bunch of extra damage, right?
He has to do a DC 17 Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
Oh, that's
So none of these are actually gonna proc.
It cannot fail.
Okay, never mind.
But does it still take damage from it or nah?
Oh, I guess it does half as much. So
Okay.
there we
So
go.
it does some extra damage at least.
And 15 piercing.
So that's a total of 24, right?
Yes.
So you don't have the 3d6? Yeah, okay. Cool. Bonk.
And one second. I played myself with the Storm Souls transformation because my extra damage is lightning, so that does not apply.
Congratulations.
Yeah, I did the
I
very
wasn't
base
thinking
thing of
about it.
going all in on one damage type for every
Yeah,
single one of my features.
It turns out the god of
It-
chromatic dragons doesn't take very much elemental damage.
It was worth it.
That's true.
I assume a 20 does not hit.
That does not hit, sadly.
Okay. It was worth it to help one round a beholder before it could even blink.
Yeah. True.
Pass turn.
Okay. Pass turn. It is going to use its last legendary action to smack Drost again. 24, I assume, also hits. 28 slashing. Against Drost, and then it is Eli's turn.
Oh boy, I am low.
Eli started to run over to Leroy to heal him, and then saw Leroy dash way out of the range that he could run to him. Bitch.
Oh my god, that base is not from... Somebody several blocks away has a big subwoofer.
Oh no.
Oh, fuck.
That's just the dragon.
Instead, Eli
Yeah.
will move.
So what's Eli doing,
Really
sorry?
immersive surround sound.
I was just making a joke on Leroy, but I don't
Oh.
think Leroy heard me.
Really?
Oh, what was it?
Too much base.
Oh, just that you ran too fucking far from me for me to actually heal you.
Yes,
Mm.
that is the case.
To be fair, Leroy is now invulnerable.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but
Leroy DGAF.
For
or
how
whatever.
long?
10 minutes.
10 minutes.
Oh,
That's 100 rounds of combat.
what the fuck?
Yeah.
Cool.
so Eli's gonna run forward a little bit to get closer to the buddies that need healing, but can't heal just yet. So he's gonna try out his talisman and see if it even works on this thing.
Sure.
So he focuses really hard to try
I
and
forgot
get a
about this
fissure to
fucking
open under it.
talisman. Oh god.
Oh, I love hearing the DM say that.
Okay, so a talisman is mighty symbol. Yep. Creature that is neither good nor evil takes
good.
damage on touching it. An evil creature takes damage on touching it. So, but you're a good creature, right? So you don't take damage.
I'm a good guy.
Okay, so you're gonna expend a charge. The target is of evil alignment. A flaming fissure opens up under it. The target must succeed on a DC 20 dexterity saving throw or fall into the fissure and be destroyed, leaving no remains. The fissure then closes, leaving no trace of its existence.
Would it even work?
What?
It's gonna burn a legendary resistance.
All right.
We take those?
We
The
take
one
it.
time where I'm like,
That's
this was
fine.
a justified use of legend.
Sure.
You open up a pit underneath it. It looks down into the pit of hellfire you've opened, and it just kind of shakes
Holy
its
fire.
head like, "Oh, holy
No.
fire!" Sorry.
Nope.
Yeah, it just like plants a foot on either side of the fissure, just like balances
Clenches
there,
cheeks.
like whoa.
Closes it.
Yeah.
It reaches
Clenches
down
really
and
hard.
closes the fissure with its own hands, just crunch.
I
But you did
point
burn a
at it and
legendary.
go, "Motherfucker, I got 4 more of those." and I launch a little light bolt at it
Perfect.
as bonus action, which I will roll for again in 1 second. Let me find it.
Then
Do not consume
that
spell slot.
that is a what level spell? The
That is
the stars slinging spell.
7th level.
7th level. That does work.
Wait, what?
Sorry, the 7th level does affect it. The 21 does not.
There are levels that don't affect it?
It has yes.
I mean, it's a god.
It has. It is the god of Rakshasa. It is the one that created the Rakshasa are its agents.
Oh, fuck.
And
Fuck.
that's one of the things Nakarath can choose on their turn. Is
Ah.
either give everyone saves or reduce the levels of magic immunity it has. But 7th level still goes through it regardless, so you're fine.
Alright.
Yeah.
Anything
Can
else
I
you
boon
like?
to fate my crown?
Sure.
I just want it to hit.
Yeah. If you want to burn it, go for it.
Just want...
Oh, right, guys,
so
we have fate
Please.
points. Remember
total,
that.
A total of 25. That hits.
Oh, yay! This is gonna be radiant damage. I don't think it can be anything but radiant damage. I don't know why I said that. 25.
Bonk. Good damage. Starting to look pretty hurt from all the damage you're doing to it. Everyone that's hitting it again is like scarring its body and leaving behind trails of flame, and it appears to be like cracking open as you hit it.
Ooh.
And yes, phase
That's
turn.
fun.
You
Phase turn.
firebolt them, or is this?
I did not mean to click that firebolt. I am looking to see though if, because it has this resistance thing, I'm wondering if my magic item, like special ability, is going to be able to even trigger then. Like the unleashing of all the necrotic damage. It's
Which one?
the using the charges when you deal damage to a creature is the thing.
Oh, right.
You may choose to spend the charges, so it has to
Yes.
deal damage. Okay.
So you'd have to hit it with something that does damage, correct? But then it does
I know,
necrotic
I-
damage.
I wish I had fucking done that in my previous in the big turn, but I did not think to. It's all right because I will just play healer in the meantime.
It'll be a big finisher if Nakarath chooses a turn for something you can.
Yeah, for
lowering
sure.
magic community for you to dunk that anyway.
Exactly. Carrick, are you down more than 70 HP?
Yes.
Can
Alright.
I point out that I'm at 30 out of 210?
Baby,
Can I
don't worry,
point
you're my
out that I'm
primary
at
target. You know I'm twinning these heals.
20 out of 100?
But you're invulnerable. You might as
You
well.
are invulnerable. Yeah, no,
So,
you're getting
yeah,
nothing.
You have 20 out of 20 with a
Maybe.
minimum of
Alright.
20.
yeah. My
Da-da-da-da.
health is frozen, does not allow decrease.
It's all right, buddy. I'm running towards you.
Going
With
up here.
time.
Let me just make sure that's in range. Yes, it is. All right. I'm going to Twinned Heal, Carrick, and Drust.
All right.
70 HP apiece. And then after that, I'm going to use the remainder of my movement and kind of get as far the fuck away as I can.
That's pretty fair.
I'm trying. Honestly, I'm just trying to peep those cheeks from the behind. That's why I'm getting as far back as I can.
The flaming hot cheeks.
Understandable.
No, Faye is acting unwise. All right, I'll pass turn.
That's what Lerum's doing.
To be
Carrick!
fair, we're all here. That's sort of assumed.
Well, all right.
Your health did a little bit of ping pong, but you're good for now.
All right, let me add that. All right. And I'm gonna swing some attacks.
Hell yeah.
I feel like I will very quickly get knocked out of concentration, so I'm not gonna haste myself.
Fair. You
You
did
don't want to
just
take 10 rounds off?
hit. Hit.
Ooh, baby.
Ooh.
Big hit.
Ooh. You can subtract the two twos. Nice.
Yes.
I was lucky.
So the second hit was 23 damage, and then this last one is how much? 43 minus. Yes.
So minus 4 because it's a bonus action to strike, and then minus whatever for the lightning.
Okay. Yeah, 39, and then 38, and then shit. Why is math so fucking hard? 36 damage total. Still very good.
Damn good rolls tonight. I'm liking it. Let's keep it up.
Anything else, Carrick?
That will do it for me.
All right, Nakareth.
Okay, quick poll. Save or magic immunity?
I like saves. Saves are good.
Yeah.
This is scary.
Maybe one more. We're gonna have to weaken her at some point soon, but saves for now.
Yeah, okay.
Maybe
We
next
all
time.
have enough high level resources. Then
Maybe.
cool. Keep with saves. And then I will take my 5 attacks.
Get him.
So I will. Boop. Advantage. 1. God damn. Alright. Yay! Advantage. Okay, so that's 3 hits with a crit.
Indeed. 3 hits,
Alright.
one of which is a crit, so. Good shit.
Alright, so.
Bitches in a dream. Bitches in a dream. Let's go.
Not a dream.
Sorry.
Don't
Unless.
worry. I just like memeing. In fact, I'm just saying stuff.
Yeah.
Hold on, sorry. So 3, 4, 5. So 9d10 plus 15.
Woo!
65 force damage.
Just 4 short. Darn.
True.
Yeah, no, I don't think there's any way I can make anything hit. Okay.
All right.
All right.
Lerob.
Okay, how's it looking?
Pretty hurt.
All right, all right.
Execute this bitch.
I guess it's time to hit that dank time stop.
Ooh.
Mm.
It's dank.
I don't have a button for it, but I know
That's
it's
okay.
a D4 plus 1.
That sounds accurate. Time stop. Prepare 1d4 plus 1 turns in a row.
Woo.
Although it does take an action, so you get the
Yeah.
1d4 turns after the action. Yeah.
Okay, so 3 turns plus my hasted action still, and bonus action. But I'm not going to use
You
my
get
bonus
3 turns, all of which are hasted.
Yes.
Yes.
But I still get my hasted action for the turn that I cast time stop because it's only an action, right?
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yes. Yes.
Okay. Well, time to start throwing dagger. Although I'm going to move up a little bit so
You're
that I
about
can
to-
throw a dagger more
About to
efficiently.
pull off a JoJo reference here. Is that what I'm hearing?
That is exactly what I'm doing. Yes.
Excellent.
Okay. So the hasted action for the first turn.
Kyber's gonna pull out a magazine to block. Don't worry.
Normal action, second attack, hasted action,
All right.
and then turn 2. Normal attack, second attack for multi, and hasted action, and then final turn. Oh darn! And one last one. 33.
Damn. That's rolling hot. Do you want to burn a inspiration on that? Other one,
Yeah, I'll
or-
burn an inspiration on the 16.
All
yeah.
right. Just wanted to check
It,
before we
it
went
doesn't
through.
help.
All right. So you do keep the inspiration. There's only one miss though. All of the others hit.
Beautiful. How many hits is that?
Oh god.
9? 9, I think.
9. Yes, 9. Because you lost one, but you would have gotten. Yeah, that makes sense.
I'm gonna burn 4 arcane jolts because I've got 4 turns worth of attacks. Hold on, I'm just gonna do this as one big number
Yes,
roll because that'll be easier. So.
Arcane Jolt is radiant.
Oh, Arcane
Force?
Jolt is force.
Force. There we go. Okay.
And on each of these attacks with my dagger, I'm going to spend well, once I learn that they hit, I'm going to spend a soul from one of my coins
Ooh,
to treat Kyber as a celestial.
that tracks.
5 times 9 is 45. Okay. So that should be 254 damage.
Jesus. So yeah, you all just witness basically very similar to what Faye did earlier with like a flurry of attacks. Just Lerob goes in and just suddenly there's just like a blur as a bunch of stab wounds just appear on Kyber, and then Lerob is back in place, and there's flaming blood spraying everywhere. And now you have hit Kyber's mythic HP threshold.
Woo!
Is that a phase 2 transition?
So
Do I have time to take a step back first?
sure, fuck it. It's we'll say it happens on its turn, so you can end your turn.
Sure, not gonna matter.
So, Kyber, you brought its HP down very low. I've been describing every hit as been like breaking it open a little bit more, letting more of the inner flame out, and it's been, despite the high damage numbers, somewhat it hasn't been employing a lot of tactics, it hasn't been moving around a lot, it hasn't been going crazy with these big plays. It's just been like standing there and it'll just fling out some high damage magic occasionally, almost like lazily in the way that it's doing things, but they're just hurting a lot. Well, now it like grips at its chest. It's like, fine, I can't deal with you like this. We'll try something different. Race you there. And they'll tear open the floor, and as they do so, the wings on their back grow in size, and their whole skeleton like contorts into that of a dragon as they burrow through the floor and into the astral sea. And as they pass through it, the ground underneath like splits open, and the floor all around you begins to just like crack and vanish away from underneath you. Does anyone try to make any special mitigations against this, or are you just going to fall into the astral sea as well?
They don't happen to dive
Yeah,
directly
that's
into
it.
Eli's holy hell, do they?
I mean, use my
Unfortunately
wings,
not.
but yeah.
Right? I'm just gonna cast Talisman of Pure Good right underneath it as a stick.
Not quite yet. Not your turn.
Damn it.
Cool. So, sorry, did I hear interjection?
Oh no. Well,
Okay.
not for me.
So, as you all fall into the astral sea, you're all falling alongside it, and it's sort of just nosediving down, trying to fall as fast as it can. And you can see where it's falling towards is the material plane. You're now in a race to either take out Kyber or beat it to the material plane or something, but it is trying to get to your home world. And it is now in the form of a massive fiery dragon.
Oh no.
So, this map is represented as a top-down view. You are falling vertically constantly on this. I'll assume that you're all falling at the same rate as it is, unless you tell me otherwise in your turn, like I want to use my fly speed to fall faster or something, or slower to like get some distance upwards. But you're all falling constantly. Since you're falling and catching up with it here, you can place yourselves anywhere in the green circle here before we get back into it. And then we'll pick up from here next time, but I'll let you place yourselves first.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back where I was
Spread
before
the
relative
fuck
to the
out.
boss.
Everybody spread the fuck
Spread the fuck out of this radius that's probably very convenient.
Extremely convenient.
Well, actually, I'm gonna go here.
Well, we know they've got a breath weapon, and they probably can't breathe all of us at once if we're in a circle. So
That is sick as fuck.
What if he tries spinning?
This is so
That's a
cool.
neat trick.
They do have an attack that is a burst on itself, so
well,
I will,
you know,
I'll move
before
when
we
I
end,
can.
before we end, I'll also let Drost and Leroy take one more turn to end that round off, and then we'll sort of end at that round, and I'll transfer over initiative for next time. But so we'll go with Drost here. I'll start the music back up. Fuck it. Drost, if you want to take a turn real quick, if people don't mind, a couple minutes. Just make sure everybody gets equal turns here.
Cool. I'm already kind of stuck to it here, but I would say I would have like grappled to it
Perfect.
as we're falling, and I'll just point my shotgun into the side of it.
Hell yeah.
Let me look up what that damage is.
I think it makes a dex save against it.
DC 18 dex. Not that it should
That's a
ever be able
26.
to dodge.
It brings its wing down to deflect some of the shot. I don't know.
Yeah, that works.
Just a different way to abstract armor class in this case.
Um,
1 minute.
what damage?
Ah, remind me after this turn and after Leroy's turn. One more thing to describe. Alright, bunch of damage. Anything else, Drost?
Nope. I'm happy with that.
Alright, Leroy, you're up.
All right. I'm just going to be short and sweet about it. I'm going to cast Feeble Mind.
Hell yeah.
oh fuck.
Also,
Is that an
the music
int save,
starting up
frequency?
again made it way louder.
Fuck.
I
I'm
think it's
sorry.
an int save. Don't worry, I just made it quiet again.
Foundry is very dumb about audio, I do agree. I might try to
It
switch to
is.
some other solution for audio in the future.
Yeah, like it starts
DC
quiet
20
for me.
intelligence save.
Yeah.
It just keeps
int
snapping
save,
up
you
so
say?
really loud. Yeah. Only DC 20 though.
It's gonna burn a legendary resistance.
Fuck yeah! Woo! That's as good as I can ever hope for it. That spell has never worked.
It
Well, that's two.
I'll just let you
it
know.
did. It did work.
Worked once
I think.
before.
It
Oh,
worked
did
when
it?
I
Wrong, wrong, wrong.
cast it.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, it also
Oh.
worked.
It's true. That's the worst part.
It worked on the fucking totem beast thingy, I think, but it just didn't care because it already had like 5
It was
intelligence.
that too. It's never been effective when I cast
However, it rolled a
Yeah,
1 and a 2 on that roll, so it
Holy
shit.
had to burn a legendary resistance. Nice. Okay, so as you're falling, a couple of you take these turns real quick, getting a couple last hits as you dive down into the Astral Sea, and I can delete this template now. It's a very pretty map that I found online by a user named Mapper of Puppets, which I thought was quite amusing. You look up around you, and in the Astral Sea, you can see 12 great dragons flying around, one for each plane. These are the 12 dreamers that woke up. And now, Carrick, on your turn, instead of manifesting a plane, you can choose the War of the Worlds option, which is the target must make a dexterity save versus your spellcasting DC, taking 6d10 force damage on a fail or half on a success as a free action at the start of your turn. Or you can take the channel extra planar energy, manifesting one of the zones, all that stuff. So new actions available to you as you can command one of the planes to literally sweep in and like drive by on this bitch.
Jesus.
Yeah, that happens. And Nikarith, you also see the quarry swarm that were surrounding the plane previously are diving down with you. They're like surrounding you guys and following you guys towards the mortal plane. So this thing is getting its quarry swarm lair action back. So that's a new option for you on your turn. You can choose to suppress the quarry swarm instead of one of the other options. So you have more choices there. But I'll reiterate all this next time. Just wanted to make sure that was all out there. But yes, welcome to phase 2 of our final fight. I'll see you guys next week.